This is Kalc. Hey everyone, it's Kalia. I am from Kalc and welcome to a brand new series called Let's Go into Let Go. Now, during this series, I am going to be largely talking about creative leadership and its effects on engagement. And honestly, I feel like this series is going to change the way you lead. I am a creative leader. I have been in the creative industry now for quite some time, nigh on 10 years, believe it or not, which is just insane to think about. But creative leadership very much is my craft. It is something I am so passionate about, and really, my true belief is that creative leadership is no longer for creative fields. There is so much that is to be of benefit with creative leadership, and I truly believe that by listening to this podcast, you'll be able to take some tips back to your teams, or even just with yourself as well, and really push and challenge yourself as a leader. The way I kind of want to break down the agenda, as per se, is to talk about a series of topics, and they'll be broken down into each episode. And then after we go through those topics, I also want to leave you with a creative exercise. Now, for those of you who listen to the Admiration series, which is a focus on creative women in business, which I'm still doing, just taking a tiny little pause to do something different. And you'll know the format to some degree. So on the Admiration series, I meet with a series of guests. We talk a lot about how incredibly inspired I am by them. And then based off that, I utilize coaching, creative leadership, mentoring skills to then utilize creative exercises to support them in future goals, in maybe uncovered things that they didn't know about themselves, some limiting beliefs, and we navigate that way forward. So the first topic that I'm really wanting to discuss in regards to creative leadership is none other than the topic of disappointment. I very much hold this topic very close to my chest. I think it is also tied in a lot with regret. So regret and disappointment kind of go hand in hand. And so this is a topic I really would love to talk about. So disappointment in regards to creativity really can leave you feeling flat. It can leave you feeling unenergized, demotivated. And usually disappointment comes when your reality is not aligned with your expectations. So I've gone in for a pitch. I was expecting to absolutely kill this pitch and do super well, and actually it's fallen short. Maybe it's not received as well as you anticipated it. Maybe actually the content was fantastic, but you didn't have the personality, you didn't get your point across. And so you're left in that situation with deep disappointment and then also regret. And that really digs deep down. Gosh, maybe I should have practiced more. Maybe I should have reached out to people more. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. I'm not good enough. Oh my goodness, I made such a fool of myself. And all of these things really start to bring you down. And what happens is you then want to speed up. You start to make a big list of all of the things that you need to do to improve. And of course, it can't wait. It has to be now. So when we're talking about this go, 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 well, this is a really prime example of that. So to really combat this, I would like to introduce you to an element of what a creative exercise could do. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a piece of paper, or honestly, anything. Can be a napkin, can be, oh gosh, I don't know, a whiteboard, anything that it is. Just get a pen and find somewhere to write. And what I want you to do is write down the top 5 things that you've been disappointed by. So let me leave that with you. The top 5 things that you've been disappointed by. So I'll leave you with that for a minute. And you might find that out of the 5, it could very well be all related to work, could be all related to home. Chances are there's going to be something there that is related to work. Okay, now what I want you to do, maybe you have to put this on pause. So giving you the opportunity now to pause this podcast if you need a minute. Now what I want you to do is I want you to draw a picture next to that. Whatever it is that comes to mind, don't think about it too much. Just draw a picture next to those 5 elements of disappointment. Have you done that? And now what I would like you to do is I'd like to ask yourself, is there another way that I could reframe that? Is there another way that I could look at that? If this image that I've drawn is awful and terrible and just full of negative emotion and horrible, what can I do to combat that? What can I do to reframe that? And I do not by any means want to go down the toxic positivity path, because I am a strong believer. I mean, I used to be a woo girl, like woo, enthusiasm, like positivity, everything works out like splendidly. But this is not the reality of life. But the reality of life is looking at a situation for what it is, analyzing it, breaking it down, seeing how you feel about that, and then working on how you can reframe that so you can grow and you can develop. And so back to the task, I want you to now challenge yourself. Say the image that you've got next to it is, full of heaviness and weight and, that word of disappointment, that word of regret that just holds so much weight within that. So now just take an opportunity and draw something that's lighter. Draw something that combats that in a very natural way. And don't think about how is this ever going to be resolved just through drawing a stupid little picture. Like, come on, Kalia, what on earth are you even doing? Just draw it. And so I want to give you all a little bit of time to do that. And again, maybe you want to press pause. Okay. And so now what you'll have in front of you is 5 words, experiences of disappointment. You'll also have your first 5 drawings, and you'll also have your second lot of 5 drawings. And these drawings, they can be tiny little sketches, just whatever it is that firstly comes to mind. And now what I want you to do is I want you to choose the top one, your top 1 disappointment. And I want you to close your eyes. And I just want you to sit with it. Don't push it away. Don't berate yourself. All I want you to do is just sit with it. Acknowledge your body. Maybe you're feeling a little bit tense. Maybe you're feeling a little bit uncomfortable. Maybe actually you feel totally fine. Maybe you can join me on this journey that I am doing with this podcast. But I just want you to sit with it and let it wash over you. And effectively, what I would like you to do is now visualize that first drawing you did. Just think about it. Think about the lines, if you used color. Think about the colors. Think about maybe why you chose those colors. Do they mean something to you? Where does that come from? Now I want you to take a deep breath in and out. And again, breathe in and out. And all that disappointment, that regret that you're feeling, I now want you to understand that weightness, that heaviness, if you want, can be replaced by lightness. And all those things that you have to do to get from one image, your first image, to the second image is actually already there. It's already in your mind. It's already transcribed onto that page. And actually, you're already there. So what I want you to do is take another deep breath in and out. And I want you to picture that second image. And I want you to feel that first image is just melting away. You're just letting it go. There's no rush, no forcing, no hurrying, just let it go. And so now, hello, our lovely listeners. You're probably thinking, gosh, I wasn't expecting to head into some kind of meditation. We were talking about disappointment and regret and, oh my goodness. But it's important. It's probably one of the first steps when we talk about creative leadership. You need to create the space in your mind and in your busy schedule that you have where it's go, 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 go. It's important to just take out a minute a day, 30 seconds a day, 10 seconds a day, one breath a day. To take that minute and visualize just one of those reframing images that you've drawn. And I guarantee you're going to get absolute 100% results from that. And if you do this with your teams, and if they're brave enough and vulnerable enough and bold enough, if you create that safe culture that it's okay to share and that there's no right or wrongs, there's no failures here, and creating that open, vulnerable culture, people will come together and support each other in then combating regret and disappointment in a team environment. Because we all feel it, we all go through it, and we armor up. We absolutely armor up every day. We go to work and we armor up. But actually moving forward creatively and using creative exercises to help support us and support our teams in leading teams is essential. And it's necessary and relevant, and the time is now to start. So next time you have a team meeting, or next time one of your team members says to you, gosh, I'm feeling just so disappointed with the way that went, do that exercise with them. And then when you do, let me know how it goes. Thank you so much for listening and tuning in. This has been the first episode of Let Go, and I look forward to connecting with you all very soon to continue this journey on creative leadership and engagement and working with you and your teams. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.